Welcome to Jump Shots from the Goal Line. We're just over here actually trying to fix a debate. I am currently drinking, for all you non-viewers, I'm drinking chocolate almond milk with screwball whiskey, so peanut butter whiskey. To be
You look
fair,
like a toddler.
doesn't look good in the camera. It kind of looks like Dookie water.
It's like you're drinking a Yoo-Hoo, bro.
Yeah, dude, Yoo-Hoos are good. What are you talking about?
Well, that's chocolate drink, though. That's not.
It's not chocolate milk, I know. But neither is this. This is chocolate almond milk. So, like,
you actually should try it with Yoo-Hoo.
That might be good. You're right. But to be fair, this is a good drink. Like, it tastes like a Reese's cup. Like, how can you shit on this?
Well, I mean, I think if you can't get a Nestle Quicken whiskey, at a bar, then maybe it's probably because it's not a good idea, dude. Like, I remember that little rabbit, and then you dumped peanut butter whiskey into it. Come on, dude. You can't expect us to support you right now.
You can get loaded on these, bro. Like, just wasted.
Chocolate wasted?
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Me and my daughter can drink like the same drink, basically. You know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good gateway drug for your daughter, I guess. But I mean, I don't think that's what you're going for.
I don't know.
I heard that's why Augustus Clump fell into the chocolate river, by the way.
Yeah, he was just drunk.
He thought it was Ovaltine and Old Forester, bro. And he was just like, hell yeah, get me in there.
Yeah, dude, I guess. I don't know, but listeners,
is not a good idea.
Listeners or viewers, please leave a comment and let us know, like, what's the verdict? Is screwball whiskey with chocolate almond milk okay? Like, am I a weirdo? Am I, like, onto something? We need to know.
Please validate my poor food choices and all that. Like,
Yeah.
Chocolate almond milk? Dude.
We don't do milk in this house because I'm lactose.
I'm like pretty non-judgmental, but you get beat up for stuff like that where I'm from. I mean, you can't be walking around telling people you're drinking chocolate almond milk with peanut butter whiskey, dude.
You want to know why, though? Like, here's a perfect example. Okay,
you don't have any taste?
Madeline was able to drink milk for a while. When she was a baby, she had a lot of like colic problems and it sucked. But then recently, and when I say recently, I mean this as yesterday, she drank milk at daycare. We brought her back home. She shit all over the bathroom. Like, we're talking
hell
like
yeah, give
Picasso.
Like, give me screwball and you.
So that's why I'm just doing this.
Makes perfect sense, dude.
Yeah. Now that I say,
it makes a lot more sense.
Big shit, and I was like,
I had no idea. Your daughter's diaper was so messy that you needed a screwball and chocolate almond milk concoction to wash it. I mean, seems like it seems like you'd be running from drinks that look like that at this point. But far be it from me to psychoanalyze what you have going on.
Listen, all right.
That's a hell of a Nestle nightcap, bro.
To each their own, right? At the end of the day, like, we're not going to drink shame on this podcast. All right.
Well, no, you can't shame us. We're normal dudes. So
yeah, I mean, go for it.
Oh,
you drinking a Coors? Are you?
Yeah.
Oh God, what a weirdo.
Blue Mountains.
I do have Coors in my fridge right now, so like, if I get up in the middle of this podcast, it's because I felt peer pressured. Just FYI.
It's too late. Everybody will
You're
know
welcome.
That you're just a fraud.
Well, Henny, what are you drinking to celebrate this Diamondbacks victory over the Doyers?
We're getting elevated, a little La Cumbre, a little New Mexican, IPA. But yeah, I mean, hey, put on the shirt. This is like, as you mentioned, I think this is like an Ed Hardy vibes Diamondback shirt. But I wanted people to know that I've been around for a while. I didn't want something that looked like it came off the rack. I wanted you to know it came from the closet, from the depths. And admittedly, as we talked about on this podcast, it's not like I'm watching a ton of baseball. But I mean, hey, we're here in the playoffs now, and I'm in. So enjoying it. Dude, it always feels good. Sweeping the Dodgers, that always feels good. That feels great. I
root for the Diamondbacks, and that's like objectively very cool for me. Like, I enjoy seeing that.
Yeah, I think the whole world outside of LA is enjoying it. And outside of those folks that are here that like say they're from LA or pretend to be from LA or front from LA or whatever their thing is where they're Dodgers fans until inconveniently you will see none of them for the next 6 months. But they'll be back. But it's really nice to sweep the Dodgers. Diamondbacks are rolling, man, and it's fun. It's honestly, I will say it. I'm loving the pitch clock, fast baseball. I mean, I know we really didn't talk about it in the regular season, but this game really is moving. And I will say it also helps to ease back into it when you show back up and Evan Longoria is still playing. Hey, I've seen JD Martinez before. Bob Costas is on the call. I'm like, I don't think I really missed anything.
Dude, what was it that Bob Costas said the other day that you sent me and Hesse?
I don't know. We a lot of the stuff was fake, so I don't know what's
Damn
real
it.
and what's not.
You guys been getting got by fakes, dude. Deep
Dude.
fakes
Well,
and AI.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much to get a Yoo-hoo man, but for those of us that can read,
Are you serious right now? God damn it, dude.
I love that you opened the door for it. I mean, I love you for it. I mean, like, I really do appreciate this part about you because you are like, I've always been jealous of the guy who just orders like the stupid sugar drink that like everybody kind of sort of like side eyes, but I'm like, dude, no way. I just can't live with myself. I like to, I'm just. I don't want to exactly have what's happening to you happen to me. Is the best I can describe it. And so I'm sorry that it's happening to you, but I'm glad in the meantime when nobody's looking, you're drinking your strawberry coladas without judgment and probably having a great time.
I am, dude. I'm having a great time. I put up this manly front that I just love, like just only beer. But give me a good sex on the beach, something like that. We're good to go. So. But hey, go Diamondbacks, for sure.
Yeah, that was baseball talk. That was baseball talk. I mean, we don't have to like live here. As long as I'm wearing the shirt and the people know I'm still here for them, I think that's what they wanted to see.
Yeah, I will say this. I'm a Braves fan, and they got absolutely shit pumped by the Phillies today, and it was just all too predictable. So this is why I don't really watch baseball. Braves had the best record like ever, and they're just getting freaking bent over in the playoffs. So it's not fun to watch. It was actually a pretty tough sports weekend for your boy, and we'll get into that a little bit later in the show. But took a lot of L's. Took a lot of L's this weekend. So, but anyway, who didn't take an L this week was Benny Diamond Hands. Had a little bounce back week, didn't you, Ben?
Only from the grace of the punting parlay. I did technically go 50% on the picks, which normally would be losing territory. But if you combine two of those, then boom, you're up, 4, 5, 6 units, depending on how heavy you bet the parlay. Rutgers is a covering machine. Iowa just, does their thing. But it wasn't like a phenomenal weekend for my picks. Hindsight's 2020 is like I should have known better. We did have really like 4 major events, I would say, in college football. And obviously, number one, everybody's talking about Maryland, Ohio State tied going into the fourth quarter. I literally had the conversation at the bar. I hope that Maryland doesn't ruin this unbeaten Ohio State matchup versus Penn State next week. And then, boom, 20 points dropped on my head. And I lost because I actually bet too early. I think the closing line was 20. So it would have been a push, but I got it at 19.5 because fun things. I literally went from, Maryland's going to beat Ohio State to I didn't even cover my bet, which was that's a really fun 15 minutes of game time, 33 minutes probably at the bar, just sitting there, just like getting some more drinks. That
was great, dude.
It was tough. The Red River rivalry was nail biter, but you have to bet the over. There's just no other option in that. Not only did Oklahoma cover 5.5, they won outright and proved Texas is still Texas. They're not. They're still a good team, but they're not really back. If you can't go undefeated in this 4-team format, in my opinion, they'll probably still win the Big 12. Then again, like Dylan Gabriel for Oklahoma, like I know a lot of people haven't watched their games. Like they've had a really, really good defense, and their offense has been capable of doing what they did against Texas, which held a bad Alabama team at the time to not a great score. But no, that was I think it was like 15 seconds left, walk-off touchdown. Absolutely amazing game. On simultaneously, I'm rooting for the touchdown while rooting for no touchdowns in the Ohio State-Maryland game. I hate here's the understated thing I'll say about this new TV deal crap. We get too many good games at West Coast, 9 a.m., 12 a.m., East Coast. There's like some of the shit should just be night games. Why do they not do their? I know you can't eat fried food in the dark at the Texas State Fair, but like they really should. That game should not be allowed to be that early in the morning. Or if it is that early in the morning, it's the only good game we have at that exact time slot. I don't know. The other two, I'll let you guys kind of go off in whatever order you feel is appropriate. We got Notre Dame. Actually, we got 5 games probably worth talking about. Notre Dame lost to Louisville, undefeated Louisville.
That was a good game.
Louisville or whatever they say. They just like
Louisville?
guttural. Like,
Marbles in your mouth. Louisville.
You gotta say it like you gotta say like you have chaw in your mouth, bro.
That would be probably appropriate, but they would probably kill you if you were at the game for the screwball instead of actual whiskey. But either way,
I'm just gonna catch shots all day. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what happens. Ovaltine boy.
You gotta find a way to change the subject.
No, like
one of us is getting his vitamins, the other one isn't. All right.
Sam Hartman, I think, had 5 turnovers. That's not even fucking milk, dude. I don't think that counts as vitamins.
I know. I'm like vitamins are in almonds. I don't even.
I can't let it go, but it's anyway. That was. It makes me wonder if Notre Dame, that we ranked so highly, was actually good, that almost beat Ohio State. And it's like, I don't know. Josh Pate had an interesting take on it, though. That's like, when you're Notre Dame, you get everybody's best, and you can't have like a bad off game at night. And I fell asleep for like probably 20 minutes of that game, which kind of indicates how bad Notre Dame's offense was.
Yeah.
And they blew them out, dude. Like they had no shot in that thing. It was 33-20. It was pretty wild. But
yeah, I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna just finish at like how bad that thing was, because Louisville was like electric. Like their run game was fun to watch.
They honestly are a really good team that not a lot of people have watched, because ACC Network is impossible to get. Don't know how that conference is alive, but the Conference of Champions, it's just dying. But anyway, I'd say there's 2 last ones to end on. I don't know. Do you want to end on a happy note? I guess it would be, the question is, are you happy? Is this like the moral victory for U of A fans? Because Noah Fifita looked awesome.
Yeah,
so you guys can go nuts on this thing, because I watched the whole thing, but this is your time.
Again, shout out to Noah. Played incredible. Like really, really, really good. Kid's got a lot of poise, especially for a redshirt freshman, especially for a kid that, people talk about his size a lot. He stood in the pocket a few times, took some lickings, and still delivered the ball. Like, that was really impressive. Showed some mobility. Dude, I mean, I thought he was the better quarterback of the game, honestly, so.
Okay.
No, I mean, just that game.
He was that night. He did, yes. But he did look really,
Don't be distracted by the chocolate milk, dude. Like, I'm not saying
hashtag fail for Fifita in the NFL in like 4 years, dude. Like,
no,
I mean, maybe.
I'm saying that game, he played better than Caleb, I thought.
He did. Caleb still had like that uncanny thing that the special dudes have, that like when he just like, all right, well, I guess I just got to go win now.
Yeah.
And then so he does, and ultimately he wins out. But Noah, our guy, he was awesome, dude. I mean, he just was plain and simple. He's really good. Which honestly has to make us feel really good, right? I mean, like, we're interviewing him and like we're talking to each other after like we get off the phone with him, or we weren't doing camera then, so we were just talking to him, and we're like, man, that kid's really impressive, man. Like, that guy's like a really mature, like, young man, like someone who like seems to really get it. And then we get the luxury of like getting to meet him at least a little bit, get to know him a little bit, and same thing. You're still like, hey man, this kid's really sharp, like really buttoned up. This like makes a lot of sense to me. I also don't think he's nearly as small as people are saying. I don't really see it. Like, I see like a pretty good looking athlete right here. Like, this isn't some, wispy young dude. Like, this is a guy who like is in shape and put together.
Like,
yeah, no, I mean, look,
snapped in half every week.
He
he's a thicker kid.
Yeah, I mean, he just looks put together and he sounds put together. He acts the part. He has a vibe about him. And just based on, gut feeling, like this is not surprising to watch him look really, really good.
You can't tell me that him and like Russell Wilson aren't like the exact same body type.
I would agree.
I think they have a lot of he has a lot of that in his game. I saw a comparison this weekend. Somebody said that
Is it how many Subway sandwiches Wilson eats versus Noah Fifita? Or
yeah.
Yeah, this is I don't know. This is a good version. It's a better sandwich. I mean, let's like Subway, but it's different.
Somebody on Twitter compared him to Tua, and obviously like Tua is very good when healthy, but I could kind of see it. I don't know about you, John. Like just like the styles, right? Like they're not going to wow you with like a rocket arm, but very accurate, very like heady players. Can kind of do a little bit on the run, like throwing on the run, whatever. I thought that was pretty spot on.
Guys played two. He got 2 starts against 2 top 10 teams, and he's shown himself very, very well. He was in both games
by a touchdown
with presumably lesser rosters. Like time will ultimately tell if like a bunch of this kids from this Arizona team like end up being drafted or whatever. I think there is some guys in the younger class that like do show some promise and won't be surprised to finally see a couple Wildcats playing on Sunday eventually. But this is a team that hasn't had like draft picks in 10, 15 years. Like we were joking about it, right? I was telling you my buddy being like, hey, what are we? Are we like something you? No, dude, we're not no. We got to get players in the league before you can start claiming you're anything you. And like maybe there's some guys on this roster, but they played really well. And Fifita absolutely was a story. I think T-Mac obviously plays in a part in that. And I know you talked about, if you can fault him for anything, it's because he's looking for that guy. But at the same time, I think you and I probably both agree he's kind of unlocking that guy. Yeah. He's also, because he's locking into him and giving him chances on some big play balls down the field, in coverage, throwing it up. He's winning. So
he still gets it to Cowing too. Like Cowing had what? 3 touchdowns?
The ball's
like it was insane.
The offense is way more efficient because he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's getting the ball and dispersing it where it's supposed to go. He understands what's supposed to be happening, and it's happening.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like Jayden de Laura. Like, I think he has a certain like fun factor to him. But like you and I both talked, he's such a wild card because like he's just so erratic. Like he'll have like 3 good plays and then he'll do something where you're just like, what the fuck was that? Whereas
Sean
Noah's
Clifford effect.
It's what?
It's the Sean Clifford effect, dude. You have the
he's got a lot of Sean Clifford in him for sure, dude. Noah's just a lot more buttoned up and a lot more like, it's not boring football by any means. Noah's like out there doing the thing, but it's just a lot more controlled, and you can tell that the offense as a whole just seems a lot more poised when he's at the helm.
Yeah, I think that's it right there, right? Like he just, and it's that vibe that I'm telling you that I think that we got from Go is you can see it in the offense. It's like permeating around him, and the whole team looks organized, concise. Like it looks like they have a plan. It's hard to quit Jayden because his quarterback starved as we've been. He's a talented kid, and we would have killed to have like one of these really talented kids. So it's not necessarily a knock. Yeah. So it's not necessarily to knock Jayden or to really pick on him. Just the reality is Noah looks really good, and the whole thing looks way more organized and like a well-run machine when he's out there. And I mean, that's what quarterbacking is. People confuse it for a lot of other things, and it's easy to watch it that way, but that's the reality. Points on the board.
I'll put it this way: if Noah Fifita would have started the Mississippi State game, would we have won that game?
Yes,
probably. Yeah, because Jayden de Laura threw 3 picks in the first quarter, and that was just impossible to come back from.
And a fumble.
He had 4 turnovers in a quarter. 3 quarters after that, he was lighting the world on fire. He was playing great, so we'll give him that. But that's the JDL experience, is like the highs and lows. Whereas Noah is just more of like a gradual climb. There might be a little blip in the radar when he's just targeting T-Mac a little too much and just stares him down, but he comes right back and is playing great right after that. Very poised guy for a guy that, by the way, is studying sports science and like sports psychology. And that's literally what he told Henny and I, is like he's doing that so that he can better understand his own craft and how he can overcome those lows. Right, Henny?
Yeah. And for a point of comparison, and this is not a dig, but I do know that Jaden Delores said he wants to be an actor. So, I mean, like there's a little bit of drama in one and there's some fun. And do I want to root for it? And is it enjoyable? Like, yes, but is like the serious person in the room, perhaps Fifita, like he may just be, right. And the thing is, I don't really want to pit, like, I really don't want to pit him against each other.
No.
And I don't want to put him in that position. But at the same time, like the reality is, dude, it's just Fifita's the guy. It makes a lot of sense to me. I think they have to go in that direction. And I'm glad Jaden's there behind him if anything should happen, right? Because it is football and people do get hurt.
Arizona's in
this
a good
era,
spot.
though,
This is where
in
you
this
want to be as a
era,
program.
If you don't give him the starting job back, he's transferring. Like, so this is what Penn State kind of did with Clifford and Aller, is like, hey, like Fifita's got all the talent in the world, but it's like if you rush him too quickly, do you get the Graham Mertz effect where it's like guy has like an incredible 4-game stretch, first 4 games of his Wisconsin career, and then it's like he's a piece of trash floating around the transfer portal for a couple years and costing me money week 1 against Utah, playing for Florida randomly, So it's like, this is where I think this gets interesting for you guys, is you actually have 2 quarterbacks, one who is definitely more talented and executes the offense better than the other, but is it worth it long term to burn his red shirt and then have that guy kind of just sit there and learn and really develop? Because the college game, even if, like, don't get me wrong, those are great teams that they played. Those are 2 bad defenses, though, against the pass in particular. So, like, he will go against better pass defenses. Do you shoot his confidence through the, down the toilet? Like, it's kind of a unique thing for you guys to get to go through. And it's cool to watch because, like,
Yeah.
I like seeing you guys optimistic instead of all depressed. But
I will
I
say
don't
this about what you said about, if you go back to JDL, Noah may transfer.
I would say the
Knowing him-
opposite. Like,
Okay,
if you go
you're saying
Fifita,
Jaden
JDL
will transfer.
transfers. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I thought you were talking about Noah, and I can just tell you from like what John and I've seen, and I was texting him a little bit this weekend, just after the game, congratulating him and everything. And this is what I love about him. I was like trying to like gas him up a little bit, and was just like, hey man, it's really cool to see, a guy like you who we've seen from the beginning, like get all this attention, blah, blah, blah. Like, how are you handling that? Like, how's it been? And his first words to me was like, hey, like the individual accolades are cool, but all I really care about is team success. And I was like, that's the difference right there. Like, that's a guy like you can go back to JDL right now.
Yep.
Let him play Washington State because that's where JDL came from. And if JDL sucks ass, then you bring Noah in, and Noah's not going to be pissed off about it. That's what's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel that way, Henny.
I mean, I do. I think he's super competitive, and I'm sure there's something burning deep inside of him that makes him what he is. But he does seem to really be a team guy, and like, yeah. I mean, I just like that's what I'm saying. To me, like his character just stands out. Like I'm just telling you. When I've met, like, he's just one of those people. You meet him. To me, it all makes sense. I fully trust him. I want the team to do the same, and so that's what I mean. It's not even like a knock about Jaden or whatever. I just think this kid's like a little bit the truth, right? Like, I'm not saying he's him. I'm not saying he's the greatest quarterback in time, but I think he's just like one of those guys that you can trust the keys to your program with for a couple of years. Like, there's no doubt about it, and we'll see where that goes.
This is going to sound very like backhanded compliment, so stick with me, right? I'm not talking about talent level or like skill level, but in terms of like a guy that could be a face of a program, he kind of reminds me of Tim Tebow. Just like leadership qualities, like
Tebow couldn't control all the crimes happening. Just saying. So maybe you don't want him to be Tebow.
It's true. It's true.
All of a sudden, a U of A player's getting arrested left and right, dude.
Do you get what I'm saying though? Just like could be the face of the team, can be the guy the coach loves and trusts. Like, I don't know, like maybe not like kneeling on the field and being a distraction, but like just the leadership stuff.
Sure. I mean, that's a whole. I mean, you could. That's what I'm saying. I think you can make that comparison about any person who has led a program for multiple. Like the guys that do this and do this well carry themselves in a certain way, and I think Tebow falls into that vein of someone who carried himself a certain way until it became like before he became like his character became bigger than like what he was, and it just got weird. I don't even know if that was ever Tebow's fault per se. Like, it's kind of that thing where we're all chuckling about Tebow, and Tebow has no choice in the matter in a lot of ways. Maybe when he chose to play baseball or to do some of these other things, like at that point, maybe Tebow missed the sunshine a little bit, but
yeah.
I got $1 million question though. I know I texted about it in the chat. Henny just left this on red. He didn't care. Like, how do you not go for 2 in regulation there to win it? Like, what is wrong with your coach? He's got no balls. He got neutered.
He had said after the game he felt like that wasn't the right time and that he felt like his defense was doing a good job of stopping Caleb Williams. Which, to be fair, like U of A
Not
probably stopped Caleb Williams more than anybody so far this season. Not on the ground, but like they did make life a lot tougher for him. They got to him a lot more than a lot of other teams have. So like
the problem is you put him 5 yards outside of the red zone.
Yeah.
I don't know how you win that. You know, like that's just like, to me, I was like, I couldn't believe they didn't go for 2 because it's like, why not? What do you have to lose? You're expected to lose anyway. Worst case scenario, you still lose by a 1-score game in overtime.
Well, the bigger question is why in triple OT we're doing a halfback toss to the left, but
it had been working all day to the right, man. They thought the left tackle wouldn't, he's getting ready.
That is Henny's boy, dude. Henny, what happened, dude?
Oh, I don't think it was just that. I think there's a lot going on that side. But I was like, I ain't gonna put this on one kid on that one. But I'm with you, Ben. I mean, I would have loved to seen this go for 2. I mean, I just think you're not in that opportunity a lot, right? No. You're in that game late. You're on the road. Like, let's just
slinging it too, dude.
Yeah, and like you had some momentum going. Like, just do it, man. Just like go for it. Don't leave it really open because no one's gonna really criticize you for trying it. And he left himself open for criticism, which is always a weird move, But
it's like Dan Campbell going for 4th down all the time. Whenever he was like, the lines were really bad 2 years ago. Yeah. It was like, dude, he's just trying to win the game. It's like the dudes love him for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like they did the complete opposite. And not only did he botch that, he also botched your 5-star Elijah Rushing is no longer committed. And
did you hear about that?
To Oregon. His dad made some messed up comments. You don't normally see that with a decommitment.
No. So what happened?
Like, whoa.
So I'm part of a lot of message boards and shit, and like obviously those things aren't always right. So I'm not going to say this is gospel, but like everything I'm hearing. So his brother Cruz Rushing is a safety that was a walk-on at Florida. Okay. We gave him a scholarship to come to Arizona. Obviously, there's reasons behind that. We all know the games that go on in college football. He wasn't getting playing time because he's not good enough. And Elijah Rushing's dad decided to talk shit just for weeks on end about the fact that U of A was not starting his son and ended up losing us the commitment to his brother. So in my opinion, and John, you can comment on this too. It was nice to have a 5-star for once. That was awesome. That was sick.
Like 6
we were celebrating
weeks,
the fuck out of that. Mm-hmm. But, and this is going to sound so stupid, and I know this is probably not what everybody wants to hear, but like, if a guy is that fragile that he will decommit because we're not playing his brother enough, I don't want him at the program. Like, am I wrong in thinking that?
Bust. He's a bust already, dude.
Yeah. I was like, well, first of all, he's not even a 5-star. He's like a 2-star. Have you seen him play? No, it doesn't. I mean, I just think I don't really like.
You don't get caught up in the recruiting that much either, though.
No, I mean, I do. I love recruiting, and
habit.
I love recruiting, but I love recruiting. I just think that I can't, like, what am I going to do? I'm going to sweat this and like overanalyze, like whether it's like he can't play because his dad pulled the strings on something. It might not even be the kid. It could just be the dad.
I think it largely is the dad.
Yes. Does it sound like messy? Sure. Like it definitely sounds messy. I feel bad for the brother who's still on the roster, who obviously is catching some side eye right now, or some weird talk, some coaches mumbling, whatever he's getting. That's an awkward position to be in. I'd like to have 5 stars. But
we also lost the other South Point kid too, Will Height.
Crumbles
but
quick.
What I'm hearing about that too is he actually decommitted because Rushing had committed to us. He wanted to be like kind of the guy. So now that Rushing is gone, I'm hearing that he's probably going to commit back to us. Which this is just, no offense, man. Like, what the fuck, Tucson? Why can't we just be normal, dude? Like, go play for the local team. Like, don't let your dad ruin your college career. Don't. Why are you getting like jealous of your high school teammate that you could still play with? Like, what is going on? I don't understand it at all.
It was just interesting. I had to throw it out there because I was like, I needed to see the reactions. It's like whenever Eric Cartman's eating the chili or making Scott Tenorman eat the chili, that's kind of what I'm trying to do here.
I have a question for you, Ben.
Yeah.
You said you watched the whole game, right?
Yeah.
What was your honest opinion? Were you surprised at U of A? Were you like who caught your eye?
The funny thing is, dude, like USC's left this door open all season.
Yeah.
All season. The thing that honestly kind of got you guys is that one, you ended up in an overtime situation with like the best offense in Pac-12, where it's literally
Washington would like a word, but
well, I know. Point is, it's just like, dude, you guys did a nice job. I was really impressed with the first overtime touchdown because he just, dude, like
2 seconds.
It was the first play of overtime. It was like, dude, what the? I was like, wait, why do they have the? I think I was probably like, grabbing a beer or something like that, and like wasn't really paying attention. And like I look up and it's like, oh, what the hell? That was a touchdown. Like you guys have done a really nice job. It's just you can't really stop Caleb Williams when he's scrambling, and that's where he is a step above 99% of college quarterbacks we ever see. And it's even if you spy, it doesn't matter. He's just fast, dude. Like, and I think you guys did have a spy on him. And it's like, and if you get too close to him, he gets away and then still throws a ball to one of his 3 NFL receivers that he has on his roster. Yeah. So it's like, you guys did a great job. I think the line was 8.5. I was really debating it. But then it's like, I don't know, dude.
It opened at like 21.
Dude, it was like
it
19.
opened at like 21. Yeah, it like opened.
You're right. My bad. I'm fucking.
It had to be. It might have moved to like 18 or something though. Yeah.
I put money on them while they were up, and I was like, all right, I'm thinking of the live line. Sorry.
Yeah, live lines. Yeah.
My bad.
No, I'll get caught in a live line.
It ended, I think, at 19.5.
I mean,
that's
a hell of a. It's a lot of points, and it makes sense. I mean, USC's done this though a couple of times where it's like, whoa, dude, because their spreads are going to be like 2 touchdown minimum, and it's like that defense is pretty bad. Like, I don't know.
Well, Henny and I called it last week too when you weren't here. We even said like U of A could pull upset on USC, and then we almost got proved right. So I don't know.
I mean, you guys have done a really nice job the last 2 years, which is cool to see because. It's just I like when there's new college football teams that are like frisky.
They're a fun offense, man. They're really fun to watch.
It's a good defense.
And the defense did a pretty good job too. Do you want to go to the Miami debacle?
Yeah, we got to talk about Miami. Like Miami's going to wear black uniforms and do that. We have to talk about it.
I'm not trying to move on from U of A, but I listened to the pod last week and I was like, man, without me there to talk about other teams, these guys will just talk about U of A for.
You're not wrong,
dude. We're just sparing people the Penn State 25-minute rant, brother. Like, dude, we're just trying to. These people are local, man. I was like, not everybody's at a Wawa listening to this, dude. I mean, chill out. Yeah.
Drinking a Yingling.
Anyway,
go ahead. Sorry, just jump in.
I just
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But he's just shook right now. Yeah.
He's like, I know too much about Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You guys came at me a little hard there. I feel like Ovaltine boy over here. Just a little bit triggered and vulnerable. Be kind to me. I'm a toddler. The obviously, like if you don't know what happened, for anybody listening, like victory formation has been a thing for a long time for a reason. Mario Cristobal either doesn't know, doesn't care, just botched the crap out of it. He's got a long history
of doing this, by the way. He did this at Oregon a lot.
It was not fun for me when I was betting a bunch on Oregon. I just won't touch the Miami spreads, honestly. Like I don't like them.
Or should you?
And for good reason, because that is probably going to be shown like the miracle of the Meadowlands forever. Like specifically just like this is why you do victory formation and everybody knows it. But that it was also wild on the walk-off touchdown with I think 15 seconds left, maybe like 12 seconds left, whatever it was. It seemed like the Miami dudes were slow. There were 5 Miami dudes just kind of jogging behind this guy. And it's like they hit the walk-off, and it was unbelievable that a program that is supposed to be the hell yeah, is just they can't get out of their own way. There's no reason that team should be bad. They fired a very good coach in Manny Diaz, and this is what you get. Sucks.
Is he still your O-line coach?
He's our defensive coordinator for the number 2 stop rate team in the country. He's incredible. Thank you, Miami.
Does he still wear a suit and tie?
No. He's got a tight polo. Like I'm talking, like you see the pecs and nipples. But yeah.
Fine.
Wait.
I don't know. I know you guys don't like Cristobal.
Is he like Sam Pittman level nipple though?
Like
oh, now I need to look this up, dude. Because I don't have nipples
Pittman,
memorized.
yeah, I mean, come on, that's like more. That's. I mean, you're gonna get in trouble for that. It's fat shaming. I don't think you could do that.
Oh no, that's like Charlie Weiss vibes, dude.
That's what I mean. I was like, there's no shirt that can protect that man.
Diaz
That's like shirts.
Is cut.
He needs shirts. Yeah, plural.
Oh, okay, cool.
No,
I mean, Miami, dude. Miami, you have good I don't know why this drives me crazy, but dude, when you just wear black uniforms and you have great classic uniforms like Miami does, and you're just dressed in all black, I'm like, yeah, dude, like, just lose. Just do exactly what you did.
You know,
hand the ball off late in the game, fumble, turn it over, and lose. You went out there dressed like losers. You are losers. You won't even dress as yourselves anymore. You're clowns, and you're dead.
You sound like the guy going off on Evan Neal on that like radio show.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, I was like, I don't know what that. So I'm like, I'll just say yes.
Blamed.
Dude, it was like I don't even know. Was it a big radio show? I have no idea. Was it just a podcast? The left tackle, right tackle for the Giants, basically, it was he was like all pissed about getting booed by the fans. He's like, why do I care what a bunch of burger flippers think about the product we put on the field? And like, dude, this like podcaster, radio guy, whoever it was like, he went off on like a 4-minute rant about how big of a piece of shit Evan Neal was. And it was incredible. You got to watch it. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it.
It's great. It's content.
Like, will do.
It's absolutely amazing. But anyway, sorry.
John, to your point though, those Miami uniforms reminded me of like, did you ever play Madden back in the day where you could like move the team to like a new city, like relocate them, and you get to make all your like brand, like you get to create your own uniform? That's what that looked like.
Such a Ravens fan move to steal another person's team like that. It's ridiculous, dude. I mean, I can't believe it carries over and even to your gaming life.
Listen here,
just,
bro.
Just shame.
Anyway, to your point, I'm literally trying to prove your point, jackass. Like, you could literally make your own uniforms, and that's exactly what that looked like. It looked like just create a uniform. Like they were the ugliest things ever.
Yeah, terrible.
You're
like, oh yeah,
I don't know about
the color here.
You don't know about that? What?
Because Oregon's jerseys this week coming up
those are sweet, dude. I don't know why you don't like those.
I play golf balls that look just like that.
Yeah.
It's the Vice like spray paint splatter special or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are awesome.
Vice drip balls, man. It's what. Yeah, I put them right on top of my Tasties for sure.
Yeah. By the way, if you guys have not tried Tasties yet, go hit up Tasties. It's
I really don't know. It's like it's
.com.
I just point in every direction.
Tasties.
Go hit them up. But yeah, dude, I use those Vice balls. I think those uniforms look nice too. I mean, we'll see him on Saturday. We'll know for sure. But that makes me want it. Like that's the reason to bet Oregon. You're like, oh, those are nice. I kind of like Oregon now.
So what a transition, by the way. It's almost like I was like getting into next week's slate. I'll tell you guys what, if you don't take Oregon money line, you are a coward because that is the value play of the week. We have basically an even game completely. If you look at spreads, they've been rotating kind of back and forth. Dugan's thinking it. What the lines?
I'm a coward if I take if I take Washington.
If you don't take, you either take Washington to cover or you take the Oregon money line. You do not take Oregon against the spread. The line's too close. There's no value in like a 2 point favor.
I thought you were just saying like just in general, like Oregon money line. That's it. That's all we're going with. I'm like, Washington's pretty fucking good.
if you care about your friend, you'll foxhole with me. But
Well,
either
I do
way,
care about you.
this obviously Oregon's on the road, and Bo Nix has not historically been very good on the road. But I do think if you look at like different matchup characteristics, like there's a lot of like data that would indicate that Oregon could have a very good advantage in this game. Rush win percentage, like all these different things. Like they honestly have a lot of things that indicate Oregon is going to drop a lot of points. Washington can keep up with them. The question is, I think Oregon's defense is better than anything Washington's faced so far. And I like the value play of the plus sign there. I don't know. I feel like I'm on it because
I get it.
I'd rather do that than a -110 and be like, oh, why didn't I bet Oregon to win? I think they're better. Penix is the best quarterback in that matchup. The bad thing is it's not like Penix and Bo Nix just standing there like punching each other. Like we don't really have them on the field at the same time. And so they're playing different defenses. I think Oregon's defense will be harder for Penix to go against than Washington's defense will be for Bo Nix to go against, personally.
If Penix has a good game against Oregon, do you think he's the favorite for the Heisman?
I mean, it would depend on what he does the rest of the year. The funny thing is, this is the classic, like, oh, well, their team lost the game, can't win the Heisman, let's give it to whoever. But, like, he's having an incredible year. Everybody knows that. Like, I don't know if he'll put up better numbers than Caleb Williams. Like, we probably are looking at either repeat or Penix, or I don't know who else is going to get it at that point.
Pac-12, baby, huh? Yeah. Pac-12's last hurrah.
It's a Heisman. Yeah, it's a
Conference of
champions, babe. It's always has been. I mean, the whole Heisman house is just full of Pac-12 quarterbacks.
Those are the worst commercials ever.
Pac-12 is just really leading the way this year. Just last gasp at life.
If only they had done this like the 5 years prior, they would have actually got a TV deal.
Blame Kevin Sumlin.
You can blame a lot of people on this, dude. I heard it was one university head wanted to counter with a $50 million per team or $50 million per school. Yeah, Utah wanted it. It's like, dude, Utah, nobody's watching your games. Unless you live in Salt Lake or whatever.
It's such a missed opportunity to play your game there. You're like, whose fault was it? Did they say it was Keanu Reeves?
Yeah. That's on you guys if I'm if I'm running it. But
I heard so it wasn't Ving Rhames? Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was Ving Rhames.
I cannot.
The other good.
Game. I'll laugh too much.
The other good matchup in the Pac-12 of a Heisman potential, you got USC Notre Dame. Similar thing here.
Destroy them.
So the spread is close. Notre Dame is favored. You got to go USC money line there, in my opinion, because while they are bad, and we just talked about them leaving the door open, and I do think they have a couple losses by the end of the year, at least one, because you can't win with a defense like that every single game. But like Notre Dame, I don't think has been that good, and they seem to have struggled on offense quite a bit lately. I'm sure Sam Hartman's going to throw 7 touchdowns now because he's going against USC's defense, but I would absolutely take USC money line because I feel like that's a good play there as well.
Yeah. Notre Dame does not look good. Their offense looks atrocious.
Those are 2 plus odds coin toss games too, right? I mean, if you think, like, honestly, if you were to just like close your eyes, have me pick these teams, you've watched them just enough to be dangerous either direction. Just give me the plus odds on both of them, and you're likely to make a couple bucks.
I like it. The plus
one of them a hit.
One of them's going to hit, and then you're probably washed out. It'll be good. I'm looking at some of these other matchups. I don't necessarily. Let me just make sure I'm in. All right, there's a couple games that I think are pretty good for gambling, but I don't know if they're as like must-watch TV as the other ones we have. You got Michigan is a good play against Indiana. It's at home. They just dismantled a much better Minnesota team than Indiana is going to bring into Ann Arbor. The spread's 34.5. I'm on that one. Kentucky, after getting dog walked by Georgia
That
because
was bad.
the Georgia fans, not Georgia fans, the Kentucky fans are not paying enough money for NIL.
I saw that.
The comment wasn't as bad when I listened to it. I was like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. This is NIL era, baby. Rashad is having the time of his life, and that's just you need to buy a Rashada if you're Kentucky. But like they are going back home after just getting crushed. Missouri's a good team, but the spread's only 2.5. They either are deflated after getting embarrassed by Georgia or they come out and perform. I like the home team coming back that just got destroyed to realistically cover against Mizzou. Louisville, I'm just going to ride with them because I do think they are a pretty oval. I do think they're a better that might have been my best one yet.
Yeah, that was good.
I think it was by far the best one. Clip it.
I'm absolutely doing that.
Just a bunch of groans. So Pitt has been really bad this year. They are benching their quarterback.
Your alma mater.
Yeah.
But they sleeper pick guy here.
This is a weird one, and I don't expect anybody to know this, but the new starting quarterback for Pitt is Christian Vaillare. He is a Canadian former 4-star recruit who was a Penn State quarterback and then transferred because we got our 5-star and we actually can get him to sign on the line that's dotted. But basically,
shot. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do what I can. But Vaillare has one career start prior to this, and he looked very good in that. But Pat Narduzzi infamously said in the preseason that apparently he was struggling to grasp the complicated offense that Pat Narduzzi is famous for. So this is really a battle of like, can Christian Vaillare actually, I think he's smart, but then again, Narduzzi's known as an offensive genius. Everybody knows Pitt
Everybody
puts
does
up points.
Know that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know who did master Pat Narduzzi's offense? Kenny Pickett. Well,
actually, his offensive coordinator, the 1 year he had that was good, was Matt Canada. We can talk about that in a little bit as well.
Guy's a stud.
Guy's a stud. He does
3-2,
things.
baby. Guy's winning 60% of his games right now.
Let me finish it and we'll get there.
I'm not in a sports book. I'm literally just like looking at the lineup of the games. I don't remember who, but I just like Fresno -7. Whoever it was, they're getting.
Well, Fresno's playing good. They're playing good football.
Yeah, they are playing
good.
If you're paying attention, you know that.
Yeah,
I do know that. They haven't covered all the games that I've taken them, but they have been good.
But they're winning. Yeah, but
they are winning. Probably the group of 5 New Year's 6 team, honestly, at this point. Like they could be a very good team.
They could be that sneaky. Yeah, for sure.
This is a fun one. Let me just, I got to get in my sports book because I can't deal with it. I was getting 9.5 points against Wisconsin, and we've talked about Tanner Mordecai not being incredible. Wisconsin hasn't looked particularly good, and that's a lot of points for 2 pretty offensively challenged teams. I was going to win that thing probably like 10-6, and that's like probably the one game that nobody watches. But that's
what the people want. That's what I'm locked into. I'm dialed into that one.
That'll be your punting special. So.
Yep.
That'll be the punting special.
AFC North on Sunday, Wisconsin, Iowa Saturday. My weekend's set, dude. I always want to watch people punt and like fumble a little bit, dude. That's my stuff, dude.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Dolphins. What a bunch of losers. Stupid tricks.
Ruining the game.
Yeah, they're like, think they're so fast, dude. It's boring.
So, you guys are funny. All right. You got Arkansas is playing Alabama. The spread as of early in the week was 19.5. It might go up more. But it's a big spread. Arkansas took LSU to the brink. Miss. Yeah, dude. I honestly like.
Is Arkansas going to put on the maroon helmets again? Because if they're wearing those whites, dude, I'm not betting Arkansas. I mean, I didn't know that before I put any money anywhere.
KJ Jefferson still there?
Yeah, he is. That's the thing. This is literally like
Arkansas,
KJ Jefferson does some shit.
Yeah.
Just go pig wrestling before the game. But that's an interesting one. And then I have 2 plays on the Florida State Syracuse game. Florida State over 56.5 because I do think that game actually should be a pretty good offensive showdown. I've been on Syracuse is like Garrett Schrader has had a couple games this year where I'm like, dude, if you would just throw that thing a foot more in bounds, you're giving your dude some great balls because they catch some nice deep routes right out of bounds. And I'm feeling like maybe Syracuse connects on a couple of those. And for that reason, I'm also on Syracuse plus 17.5. I think Florida State is overhyped.
I do love those great balls, dude.
Georgia, I'm going to do under 56.5. Vanderbilt's pretty bad. Georgia's starting to look pretty good. Maybe that game ends 52 to 0.
That QB looked good last week.
He did. Well, they're back home too. That's a big thing. It's like it's still a pretty young dude. Penn State is getting 42.5 against UMass. They have covered in 12 straight games, so I will continue to ride. I hate that number so much. That's a disgusting spread. I feel like I'm going to be the guy. Yeah.
How is Drew Allar against the blitz?
He's actually the best QB in college football against the blitz. If you look at his passer rating,
he's going to light it up.
And he should light it up.
Going to unleash the blitz.
Dude, that's
Greg Williams of college football.
Yeah.
Like
Dr. Heat.
That was a fun season though at U of A.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's fun to watch a guy just blitz. He's just like engage 8. You're like, all right, dude. Like this guy sucks at Madden, but I mean, he's fun to play against. Yeah.
But is he bad at Madden? It could. Maybe the guy
engage 8 can work, man. Engage 8 can work.
Guy wins MVP with 32 sacks.
That's right.
West Virginia's playing Houston. The Dana
Holgerson Bowl.
Yeah, that's the Holgerson Bowl. Yeah, for sure.
The Holgerson Bowl. Going to be a lot of visors in the stands.
You got to use your Louisville accent to say it. Holgerson.
Got that one. West Virginia covering. Troy is my degenerate team of the week. They covered in their redemption game after beating my previous degenerate team of the week. So I don't even know who they're playing. Troy minus 4.5. Whatever, take it.
Is that just what we're gonna do this year, Ben? Like,
yeah, I did it before.
You're gonna have like a degenerate team. They win.
Yeah.
Then you're going to take the next game.
Right.
If they
whoever we're not here last year. What are you talking about? This is exactly how it worked last year.
It was all random.
It was 7 degrees of stuff. Yeah, this was
It's like how I ended up with
of college football.
Yeah, I had like UAB, then Old Dominion, then I was bouncing all over the place. But I haven't been on the Troy train before.
So we just really
choo motherfuckers.
Then, right?
Oh yeah,
basically what this is.
I don't know, dude. This stuff's
Ben's betting in the metaverse. I don't even know what's going on anymore, dude. I'm just like riding with. I'm just like, yeah, hell yeah, Troy, yeah,
dude. Troy minus 4.5. You're like, I can't even find this game, dude.
I don't even need. Yeah, don't even tell me the stats. So just trust it blindly. I'm in.
Where we're going, we don't need roads. Anyway, so I got another 2-play game. You got Tennessee at home against Texas A&M. A&M just coming off a very close loss against Alabama. Obviously, like I think if you look at some of the data on this one too, like Tennessee, I think is 3rd in the country in rushing offense, if not like number 2. They are absurd on the ground. When A&M got torched by Miami, though, it was all through the air because A&M has a phenomenal defensive line. So, like, this is setting up really nicely for a under. I'm on the under. I haven't officially placed it yet because I'm going to deposit some funds and make it a 3-unit play of the week, specifically because I love the under that much. And then I'm also going to have Tennessee minus 3.5. I don't like that one as much just because I could see Tennessee winning by a field goal, but A&M could be crushed because, that's what they do.
I like Milton unders. I don't believe in Milton. Never been a believer in Milton. Refused to believe in Milton.
He was so bad in Michigan too. Like I didn't get the love for him.
I mean, yeah, dude,
quarterback.
Yeah, dude.
When they went,
he could
4-6.
I've known he could throw far for 5 years, dude. I mean, he never won a game.
Right?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
He got benched during that game.
Dude, he's not good. He is really not good. But they can run the ball, and this should be a lot of punts So I'm on the under heavy. That will be an official 3-unit play of the week once I deposit it in the account. And then I got two more. I'm sorry. I know I told you guys I didn't have that many. 3 more.
You're an absolute monster.
Rutgers is favored by 5.5 against Michigan State. I think Michigan State's bad. I told you guys I would tail Rutgers all year, and I'm like, I don't know.
Is that why you're at 50%?
They've actually covered all but like one game, dude. But I'm going to take the Rutgers over. I also have Maryland minus 13.5. And then
he says I'm on the turnpike. Like, get off my bumper, bitch. Get off my. He's like,
the last game is we got an 11 a.m. kickoff on the road for Ohio State at Purdue. They're looking ahead to Penn State. That is a big spread. Purdue, I think, has knocked off Ohio State twice in the last decade. At home. It's a big
Listeners,
spread.
don't listen to this one. This is Ben hyping up Penn State more than he should. They're like, no. Ohio State's thinking about us already, baby. They're gonna overlook Purdue.
That matters.
It's gonna be way too close.
11 a.m. kick, dude. Whatever, bro. Whatever. They almost lost to Maryland. I'm gonna take Purdue to cover, and that is my college football picks of the week. So I'll get the official card out to you guys.
Okay.
You know
that last one's a little shaky for me, bro, because I feel like you're giving a lot of love to Penn State where it doesn't have to be.
Sure. You
think Ohio State's thinking about you that way?
Oh, hell yeah. We're thinking about them. They're thinking about us, dude. They act like they don't care. They rushed the field against us, dude, when they were favored to win. They think about us.
So maybe UMass just like brings the heat this weekend and your game's a lot closer than it should be.
I would gladly lose a 42.5 point spread game because I really shouldn't have even bet it in the first place. That's just they've covered 12 straight.
I'll make a friendly wager with you. There's a player.
I will not make out with you.
Damn, God. There's a player on UMass that played at U of A. His name's Anthony Simpson. If he scores a touchdown,
they're getting shut out, bro. I'll take whatever you want. What do you want to do on this?
You think so?
Dude, Penn State's defense is absolutely fucking incredible.
Back on the table. Kiss. Yeah.
Here's the only thing I will say. It's got to be first team defense. Because if they're putting him against the freshman, that's bullshit. And that's been the only time people score against Penn State, basically, has been like, oh, the second team's out there. And then I'm sitting there I'm like, oh, my God, the second team's going to blow the cover. And then the second team offense covers again. So it's, I'd say if he scores first team defense, I'll whatever you want to do.
This is our bet. Anthony Simpson, anytime touchdown. All right. If I get it, you have to wear an Ohio State shirt during the Penn State Ohio State game.
Hell no.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
I'll wear a UMass shirt whenever you want, dude. I
Yeah, I was like, you got greedy, dude.
Yeah, I did. I was almost there.
It's worth a shot.
You're like 80% there,
I'll buy you a bottle of Screwball. And if I win, you buy me a bottle of Ovaltine. How about that?
Yeah. All right, deal. Anthony Simpson, anytime touchdown.
All
right.
I'll give you 2 bottles of Screwball because honestly, that should be like a plus 300 against this defense. So 1 bottle of Ovaltine, 2 bottles of Screwball if he scores against Penn State.
I think Anthony Simpson had 7 receptions for like 140 yards last week.
That's great. We got a first.
I'd like to see Dugan just like get the ingredients to make Screwball though. I want him to buy you like a jar of peanut butter, like Peter Pan peanut butter.
Want me to make my own Screwball?
A bottle of yeah, like and then you just like shake it all up. Your little concoction, just a little homemade.
I think you could honestly like easily do that.
Yeah, I mean, you can. You just literally put peanut butter in.
Yeah, you can just put peanut butter in anything.
Use a filter, right?
Yeah. Peanut butter literally masks everything. You put peanut butter in anything, it just tastes like peanut butter.
Sounds good to me. I love peanut butter.
By the way, whenever your daughter had that big poop, if you had just put peanut butter under your nose, you wouldn't have even smelled it.
That was an issue. I had to call my 6-month pregnant wife over to clean up the mess because I was gagging. So tough look for me. But.
Potty training. Are you guys officially in the transfer mode? I know this is going off the rails, but
yeah, like she's like,
relatively speaking, we're doing
good. She's like 85-90% of the way there. You know what I'm saying? Like she's real good at it. Like this weekend, no accidents, nothing. But then diarrhea calls, and like who amongst us hasn't? You know.
I've sharded myself before. I think everybody can probably, once you're 30 plus, it's okay to say that. But
correct.
What I was going to say is, I'm
Morgan Freeman.
Out. Fuck you. That was a good one. We're talking about poop. Oh yeah, potty training, dude. When my son was going through it, I literally threw up every day for like 3 months. Transferring the poop from like the little toilet to the big toilet. The sound, the smell. I literally threw up every single time. You think I'm exaggerating? I'm not. And it's like I would throw up in the sink because he's in the toilet. I couldn't. So I'm throwing up in the sink. So it's like not only did I just like have to do that, it's like dude. I'm vomiting, and he'd be sitting there, and he's like trying. So he's like, Dad, are you okay? And I'm like, dude, I can't.
There's nothing worse though, bro. I agree with you. They have those little training potties that have like the lift.
Disgusting.
Like you lift up the little pot thing, and then you flip it over into the toilet.
And you gotta wash it. Plop. And then you gotta wash it. Oh, the plop is disgusting.
The worst part.
The plop, I would literally gag the moment the plop happened.
Oh, you would have been in hell yesterday, bro. Like, let me tell you.
Sports and
poop. Anyway, you want to talk about something else really shitty? The Steelers beat the Ravens. How about that? Yeah. That was really shitty.
How about Matt Canada's offense, bro? Just torching
that wasn't Matt
guys.
Canada's offense. Kenny literally audibled to win the game.
So you got got by another fake, bro. That was a protection slide. It was not a full-blown play audible.
You're so full of shit. That's what they're saying to protect Canada, dude. Like, Matt Canada is the worst offensive coordinator ever.
I completely agree. And the Steelers are so stubborn that they won't fire a dude mid-season. And it's like, what is wrong with you guys? But no, I mean, now you're going kind of tinfoil hat on me. Like, I could see it, but like...
You're like, I kind of agree with it.
It is way easier to be like, oh yeah, dude. Like
you saw it, dude. You saw Canada's face in the booth when
it's
it happened.
He's a fucking idiot, emotionless robot who has never had a good year ever, except for the 1 year he had with Kenny Pickett when Kenny Pickett was in his like 7th year of college. Of course, a 30-year-old is beating 18-year-olds.
Then he scores and he goes.
Well, so the reason he reacted, I don't know if you saw it. The dude taps him on the shoulder that he's on TV, so then he goes.
Yeah, he's a weirdo for sure.
He's like shake weighting over there. He's like, oh, let me pull out my invisible shake weight real quick. Hell yeah.
Big time weirdo.
Good.
Sure.
This is good.
Joey Porter Jr. picked you off. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then told OBJ to go take care of his family. So,
I mean,
are we ready to talk about that? We ready to talk about that Ravens wide receiver room that was highly touted in the offseason yet, or
you don't want me to do this right now?
I don't know.
I'm gonna get very mad. Like,
I mean, I don't, you know, like
that fucking game should have been a 35-42-7 blowout. We should have just fucking pantsed the Steelers.
Yep, you should have.
Lamar was dealing. This game was not on Lamar.
Was he?
Yeah,
he got 10 fantasy points.
What?
He only had like 10 fantasy points from me.
I don't give a fuck, Ben. Fantasy can kick rocks, bro. Like, they had 10 drops.
Sorry, Chase.
10. 1-0.
Maybe he should take a little heat off the ball. It's a team sport. It's not just for one guy to be solely responsible for catching the ball. The quarterback has to make it catch.
You watch the game. Henny watched the game. Y'all are both trying to rile me up, and it's working. Those were not fucking like Matthew Stafford heat-seeking missiles. These were like he was putting great touch on the ball. Fucking Nelson Aguilar dropped an easy touchdown. Rashad Bateman dropped an easy touchdown. Mark Andrews dropped an easy touchdown. Zay Flowers dropped an easy touchdown. That's like 5 TDs right there. We should have kicked your ass. But, you know, coulda, shoulda, woulda only matters in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Because the Steelers are atop the AFC North, despite, I think, having a worse offense than Iowa. I think Iowa actually outscores the Steelers, which is incredible how inept Dude, honestly, get Brian Ferentz
Incredible.
as the Steelers' new offensive coordinator. It solves the nepotism problem for Iowa.
You would kill
the
yourself.
jerseys look the same, dude. The jerseys look the same.
Oh,
You would
100%.
literally kill yourself. You would be so.
I'm already
mad.
watching the worst fucking offensive team in the league, dude. I already want to die. What are you talking
How
about?
do you guys watch that division? Honestly, I don't know. What do you guys?
It's not
I mean, it's
always
miserable.
like that, dude. It's
But
not
it's
always
been miserable
like
for
that.
years. For
When
years,
these
it's been
teams
miserable.
play,
What do you
throw
mean?
out the
29
record books.
2019.
Yeah, it is like
the
it's
Ravens
always
had
that
the
talk.
number
It's
one
like,
offense in the league.
who was?
The Ravens in 2019.
You're talking
that
ancient
had it.
history, bro.
That's when
My son
Lamar was
wasn't
going.
even-
That's his MVP season,
MVP
bro.
year. Okay, so that's one guy. I mean, all right. So then the Ravens were fun to
You
watch
said
that
it's
year.
been- You said it's been.
Okay, well then the Ravens were fun to watch that year. It doesn't make the division fun. I'm going to need more than one quarterback
the Steelers
per
are never
division
fun
to make it
watch,
interesting.
Okay? Steelers
I mean,
are legitimately never fun to watch.
They haven't been for a long time.
No, but that's because we had a geriatric
Le'Veon Bell,
Ben
last
Roethlisberger.
watchable Steeler.
I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
CTE Antonio Brown
like,
was fun.
He was fun, dude. He did some cool shit.
Okay,
But like,
I'll give you.
yeah,
You know what? Now that I think about it, every one of the AFC North, it's every year they have like one team that's kind of fun. Everybody else is Big 12 or Big 10 football. You know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying. Like one quarterback does not make a whole division.
Because like
I'm not
last
saying
year,
there hasn't been ever a good team, but it's like it's only one at a time.
last year's like the Bengals. Bengals had a very like good offense. Then it was the Ravens. The Browns, like when they had like OBJ, Jarvis Landry, like whatever. Those were
Baker, babe. Like he was doing it.
Yeah, like they were not terrible.
And they ran him out of town for the massage therapy guy. It's wild.
The guy that refuses
working
to
out
play
great.
right now. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. There is literally no reason why this team is at the top of the division. You should be very, very upset. Like,
you think I'm not, Ben? Like, we should be 5-0 right now, bro. Like, we had no business losing to the Colts. We had no business losing to you freaking bums out of Pittsburgh.
We're bad, yeah, 100%.
Like, and you know what it is? It's John Harbaugh. It's
Genius.
fucking John Harbaugh. Like,
hell yeah. Fire him again in week 6. Hell yeah.
It is, dude.
Back-to-back week 6 firings from Dugan.
How can you tell me it's not John Harbaugh? Like, it's always these stupid ass decisions not to kick
I'll
a
trade
field
coaches
goal.
with you.
Or like
I'll trade coaches with you.
Oh my god.
Would you take Mike Tomlin over Harbaugh?
Yes.
Because I take Harbaugh over Tomlin.
Let's do it.
Maybe, dude, I'm telling you.
I'll take either of your guys, just so you know. We'll take anything
right now, dude.
Can I get in on this little 3-way?
I mean,
who wants Staley? No one wants Brandon Staley, dude.
No.
I mean, he could be the offensive coordinator. Maybe,
going once.
Something. I like the idea of going for it.
You're the only one
going
right now,
twice.
John, that might have it worse than us.
Yeah, I was like, come on, guys. You guys can't complain about your coaches. This is why I get upset when you complain about your coaches. I'm like, they might be absolutely ridiculous, but at least they're – I mean, look, they shit in the real toilet, not that little plastic one your kids have been shitting in, those little animals.
Turning on the Steelers game is like a 3-hour plop sound in my eyeballs, dude. It's disgusting, dude.
Well, Staley's defense for you, man.
They can't win if they don't score 20. Like, if they don't hold the team to less than 20 points, they lose. The record is like 1-27 in the last like 3 years that like they allowed more than 20 points that they won the game. That is stupid in this like.
Yeah, at least you've NFL. Never had the hope,
Chargers do the
hope. Like, what do you mean? That's the reason I'm so negative, bro.
That's
because for 15 years,
at least you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting. Like with the Ravens, like I get fed this bullshit ass story every fucking year. We go.
Oh, you know what you're getting, dude. I could have told you what was going to happen. Your wide receiver core is going to suck again. You guys roster build the same way. You're like, what if we sign this old guy and draft this fast guy? Dude, if you continue to build this receiver room like this,
open this thing up, you know. Rashad Bateman's going to fix it. And then let's just draft only defensive players in the first.
Here's the thing. Zay Flowers has looked incredible all year. He goes up against the Steelers. You guys did nothing except punch him in the face one time. Goddamn TJ Watt. Like, other than that, it was literally just him having like a bad game, which like had the worst timing in the world to have like your worst game ever. But like Rashad Bateman fucking sucks. Odell Beckham Jr. is like decrepit. He does not need to play football anymore. Mark Andrews always drops big fucking catches in big games. Fucking kill me, dude. Like this fucking team's gonna fucking seriously give me a heart attack.
Hey, the good news is you guys are pretty healthy though. So like you got.
No, we're not. Are you
What?
serious? Oh my god, we're not fucking healthy, Ben. We're missing our right tackle. Ronnie Stanley just got back. Marcus Williams is playing with one fucking arm like this, trying to tackle you. Marlon Humphrey came back too soon. That's why George Pickens burned him. We have no other fucking cornerback. Like, we're not healthy. What the hell are you talking about? We have no running back.
What? No. You guys got J.K. Dobbins. He's pretty fucking good.
Ben, you're such a clown, dude. I'm gonna end this podcast right now.
Dude, you swallowed the worm live.
Dude,
I'm like, oh my god, he swallowed the entire
he
worm.
went
It's
for it,
ridiculous.
dude. He really
Yeah.
went for it, man.
I was like, man, we're gonna have to get the pliers like halfway down this bastard's
you're trying
mouth
you're
to
trying
pull it
pull
out,
just
dude. I'm
very-
like,
it's
this
guts
game-
everywhere.
oh, that's his liver. Yeah,
Boys,
exactly.
this game triggered me more than ever because, like, I was talking shit before the game. I'm like, the Steelers are going to get shit on. Then I go to Yuma. I'm watching the game on my dad. I'm like, yeah, Dad, the Ravens are really good this year. Watch this. And my dad, the whole game is like, you sure your team's good? You sure? Like, in true, like, my dad fashion.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just like, now I have to wear it. I have to fucking wear it. All week at work with all you fucking yinzers that work with me. I have to hear about it.
I don't even talk shit that much to you about it because I'm the world's most negative fan. Like I'm literally just like everybody is as disenfranchised with their team as me, and it's like that's not actually the case. Like I just assume people like are like, well, yeah, fuck it, my team sucks because that's how it feels for I would say 29 of the 32 teams right now. It's like I got no chance. Like the Steelers should be 0-5. I'm not even pretending that they shouldn't be. Like they are bad. The crazy thing is this whole division's so bad, and yet somebody has to go to the playoffs from it.
We're a good team. That's the fucking shit.
Are you?
Yes.
He's back, dude. He's back. All right, Ravens fans, he's back.
We
lost
are a good
to the
team.
Texans.
We are poorly coached. We
lost
back,
the
dude.
Texans the week before, and like
when we beat the Texans. So who's to say, right?
the head-to-head matchup would probably.
We're 3-1 in the division. We have not 3-1. You can't be 3-1. We're 2-1 in the division. God damn. We have beaten the Browns. We have beaten the Bengals. We beat the whole state of Ohio. And then we should have beat you guys. But
Purdue will do it too this week, bro. I'm telling you.
here's the thing, though.
Hey, dude,
Boys,
you were thinking about Ohio State. You had Ohio State on the calendar, and here comes the Steelers. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now. If there's a bet that you want to place this weekend, it is Titans money line. Ravens are playing the Titans in London. The Ravens are training at the Tottenham Hotspur training facility. So shout out to Matt Hesse, big Spurs fan. The fact that we're training there is your first like red flag. All right, because Spurs never win anything in the Premier League. I know you don't watch soccer, but like notorious losers, notorious. And that's where the Ravens are training. Number 2, the last time we played in London, we played the Jacksonville Jaguars. Joe Flacco had 49 passing yards for the game.
Ooh.
We are very bad.
How many pass interference flags did he get? Like 80 yards downfield.
He was good at that.
That doesn't go in the record book.
But we lost like 43-7. Okay.
What is a hot spur?
It is
I think it's a spicy chicken. It's like a Nashville hot chicken sandwich.
It is actually a chicken, but it's not a spicy McChicken. Yeah.
Well, but it's like a Nashville hot chicken for London. Yeah.
Fighting chicken.
They don't have any spices.
Yeah, it's like a fighting chicken. It is literally, it's cockfighting.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know if we can say that on there, but yeah.
You can fuck, cock. You know, I think
you can definitely. Well, I was like, you could say cockfighting. I mean, that's not your fault. I mean, that's
that's what it's called.
It's British culture. It's not our thing.
Yeah, that is what it is. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, the last time we played there, we lost like 43-7. Coming off just a very bad loss. We're in London, training at the Spurs. Put your money down on the Titans, okay?
Plus, you know that they're going to win, and then next week he's going to be like on top of the world again. He's like,
we are notorious. Don't listen to this clown. We are notoriously bad against the Titans. Derrick Henry will have a passing TD. I want you to write that down. Yes, a passing TD.
I hate the Titans, dude.
I do too. I hate the Titans, but I also
But they're
hate
just
your
like absolute
stupid
jokers
team.
of the NFL. Like I have no idea. They're wild card draw 4 every week. I have
They
no
beat you
idea what
guys,
the
they beat the
hell the Titans are
Bengals, but
doing.
then they lose to like just the dregs of the earth.
I would love to know who bets the Titans every week. I want to meet this animal. Like who's just a total sociopath that just only bets Titans.
Both of you guys are going to bet the Titans this week. I'm telling you right now, you're going to make money and you're going to be like, you know what, Dugan, you were right.
You're really riding high.
He's doing this just to try to flip it.
He does have like 5 now.
He's trying to reverse jinx it right now.
Am I?
100%.
Or do I truly believe this? We are
My smooth
notoriously bad
brain
against the
kicked out
Titans.
on that shit. Oh yeah, you are, but that's just because your team's pretty bad.
What would an angry chicken do? You know what I mean? What would a fighting chicken do?
What would a hot spur do?
What would a hot spur do in this
Shout out to Matt
situation?
Hesse. Yeah.
Speaking of hot spurs, has anybody
What
heard
else
about
happened?
Manu Ginobili later? Like, I mean, what's he doing these days, dude? He was pretty good.
Did you just call Manu Ginobili hot?
Yeah,
He
bro.
did,
He
yeah.
had the skin yarmulke. He had the skin yarmulke look
like
for a long time, dude. He was crushing it.
Yeah.
Just picturing Ben doing like that nose thing with Gaga, but with Ginobili.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Butterfly kisses, me and Manu Ginobili just hanging out, doing the damn thing. Be nice.
Well, anyway,
Hot Spurs, baby.
I don't want to talk about the Ravens game anymore. It goes without saying it was a terrible, terrible loss to an inferior opponent who wipes their ass with a yellow towel and pees with their fucking pants down to their ankles. So bad loss. We'll take it. We'll move on. And we'll see if Harbaugh can improve. That's the last thing I'll say.
Brock Purdy, best quarterback in the NFL.
No, but on a very good team. Played a very bad team.
So good.
I know nobody cares about fantasy teams really, but I think it's kind of funny.
No, we care. I'm gonna write this down.
You guys know he's actually one of your like former bosses, Dugan.
Okay. Yep.
So
and Henny. Yeah.
So no, not that.
Oh,
one.
the other one.
Back olden days. He sent me a trade offer for A-Shane. And it was straight up A-Shane for Kittle. And then the news broke that A-Shane was getting his knee evaluated and he didn't pull the trade. And then in the morning, he actually sent me another trade, but didn't cancel the first one. So as punishment, I accepted it. And now he's been going around. Once he went on IR, it was like, oh, you guys got to vote against this. You have to. And it's like, figure out how to use the app, bro, because not on me. I feel kind of slimy, but it's also kind of funny because like now
gotta teach him a lesson, dude.
Yeah,
all's fair in fantasy. I just think fantasy is just like it's absolute dirtball. You're playing lottery every week anyways. Like who cares if you try to steal a number?
Who's the commissioner in that league?
Ray is the commissioner.
Okay, he's on your side. You're a Steeler fan. You went to Pitt. You know, like
the response has been pretty funny because he got kicked out of the league the one year for just not paying attention. So he started a running back Aaron Jones, who did not play on Monday, while sending me a trade offer for a guy who's going on IR. But he got kicked out of the league like 3 years ago because we're literally drafting live. A dude got carted off the field during the preseason game that we're watching, and then he drafts that guy like 45 minutes later. So this is kind of par for the course.
Hey, Matt Hesse, podcast favorite and guest, back-to-back weeks with Aaron Jones in the starting lineup. 2 dubs. This guy can't lose. Like he's just taunting people, leaving zeros out there.
That's in your league. In our league, I kicked his ass
stupid.
with Breece Hall, notorious Jets fan.
Fantasy football is so stupid. So stupid.
Flex.
Nothing makes me more mad than fantasy football. What a dumb game.
I'm 4-1
for idiots. Just a bunch of idiots.
Let me get your guys' take on this real quick. I made an interesting trade today. I made a trade I traded Stefan Diggs and Cam Akers. And in return, I got Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf. Who won?
You, obviously.
JJ's out for 4 weeks, but
4 weeks ain't nothing.
It's only tough if he really extends that. I mean, that's the only way if he comes back in 4 weeks, it's like I think the trade's all yours. If he ends up stretching it out for 8, then all of a sudden, I think at 6 weeks it starts to even out. At 8, you start to go, what did I do? But
Yeah.
otherwise, I think you're fine. Yeah.
I mean, I got DK. DK's great.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I don't know. Do we need Cam Akers in the lineup? I mean, I
No,
don't think we
definitely
do,
not.
right? Yeah, I was
No,
like, you shouldn't be
you
playing
throw
that
him in
guy.
with a bag of balls, dude. On that
Yeah.
on that one, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, he's so. Yeah, I think you're okay there. Stephon Diggs is he's playing some ball though.
Yeah, that was tough. It was
Yeah,
tough.
he's playing some ball.
But it was a tough trade to turn down. So
Yeah, I get it.
yeah.
And you just want to be a part of that phenomenon, Geno, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I have Tyler
I
Lockett.
can't believe
in
that
one
even
league.
came out of my mouth. Honestly, I don't even know how I got there.
That was
I-
impressive. That's a
I
tough
can't
one to
pronounce
say.
that or like Tonga Vailoa, dude. So
No,
like,
no
just
idea
You
mixed
just
how
that
I
said
got
that great
there.
too, Ben. Now you guys are just giving yourself a tough time.
No, he was practicing the two. I mean, because of the Clemson kid, yeah, he was practicing Tonga Vailoa like week after week. That was like how I remember like us starting out.
like,
Yeah.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah, you were trying to. You're like, I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna get
I'm
these.
doing the Anchorman scene, and it's like the arsonist has oddly shaped feet. I'm practicing my pronunciation, just like, oh yeah,
100%.
Tonga Vailoa, like over and over and over again.
Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa.
Lately,
Jesus Christ, we're going off the rails.
Maryland, Turpin.
Turpin. That's another Louisville one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the. I know. I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's hang up the fucking cleats here. All right.
He's got to drink another
Jesus.
chocolate milk before bed.
Yeah,
you know.
I get it, dude. I
I'll
get
probably
it.
polish it off. Yeah, I got a little bit left in the tank, so we'll probably polish that off. All right.
Knock
Anyway,
down some Flintstones vitamins. I got you.
Jesus Christ. All right.
I
Anyway,
got some freezer burnt Eggos if you want them too, dude. They were
you pointed at Tasties when you did that, and I don't appreciate it.
my
Dipping
pasties is over
Uncrustables
here.
in it. You little
Oh.
sicko.
Yeah. Well. All right. Anyway, I know this has probably been
Diamond
just super enjoyable at the end, just listening to us be just idiots. But hey, this is what you guys sign up for, and this is what you subscribe to. But if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube, or hit that follow button on Spotify, Apple, whatever it is, right? Because believe it or not, that last 30 minutes that you guys just listened to was probably the most enjoyable 30 minutes of your life. Yeah, of your life. Yeah, you might have watched your kid being born. You might have just got married in Washington. This right here, these last 30 minutes, that was the best of your life. So go ahead and click that subscribe button. Because you know what? Next week, this is going to happen all again. Promise you. Well, not maybe. Like Ben could probably have like something go on. Henny could get like laryngitis. I don't know. Might not happen for us.
Just wishing weird stuff on us, dude.
But it could happen.
My kids are probably going to Kool-Aid Man the next time we record, by the way. So
they're more than welcome to. So
Yeah,
look, you don't want to
kinda
miss
dig that.
that, right? Hit that subscribe button. You'll see it happen next time. But if you want to hear about it too, go ahead and follow us on X, Twitter. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. Go ahead and follow us on TikTok. We're doing hot fire on all those things. Facebook. Make sure you're following the page. Because this right here, this trio, we bring the hot fire every week. So with that, you boys.
Death
have
is
anything
coming,
else
eat
to say?
trash. Death is coming, eat trash. Let's go.
I think that's what we're going to end on. Have a great weekend. Bye.